Tonight, Wall Street's worst day of the year. The Dow plunging 1,063 points amid growing fears about rising inflation and possible severe recession. This is a drop so big that it brings back memories to many of the days of the Great Recession in 2008 and 2009, where I would look up on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange and see a market, up 800 and then down 700 and then down 1,600. And just that sort of fear is how it felt. Coming just one day after a new CNN poll shows that 2/3 of all voters right now disapprove of how President Biden is handling the economy. Economic analyst Jim Bianco is out front to start our coverage here. So, Jim, 1,063 points, 2/3 of all voters disapprove of President Biden's handling of the economy. How bad of a sign was what we saw in the Dow today for the state of the economy?
It was a very worrisome sign. The stock market, and more importantly, the bond market, because it also had a bad day too. And I think that the bond market was the leader to the stock market. And that brings back the old Jim Carville line from 1994 that he wanted to be reincarnated as the bond market because it can intimidate everybody. And that's what happened today. Bond yields went up because there's the fear that the Fed doesn't quite have its arms around this inflation problem. And the only way they're going to get their arms around this inflation problem is, in Wall Street parlance, is they're going to have to raise rates enough that we're going to have a hard landing or a recession. And that's what's spooking the markets, that the only way out of this is going to be economic pain. And even though this is coming a day after the Federal Reserve Chairman said he can pull this off without economic pain, I think the market somewhat repudiated him today.
Is there anything that you think the White House, President Biden, can do right now? Or is this now beyond his control?
Well, the biggest problem in the economy or for inflation right now is it's going so well and people are demanding so many things that we're starting to see prices have to move up. If they could do something about the supply chain problem, if they can do something about high gas prices, if they can do something about soaring food prices. Problem is, these are not easily fixable problems. Food problems is, the war in the Ukraine. When you start with grain prices, gas comes back to the war in Ukraine. The supply chain is a mess. The COVID lockdowns in China are not helping that at all. So if they could solve these problems, yeah, but these are not easy problems to solve. And I don't think anybody's got a real solution for them other than we're going to have to work through them. And this is going to continue to be a problem.
Well, and when you have days like this in the market, it makes people really pay attention to the real threats and fears of what a severe recession with 40-year high inflation can mean. And that would be a horrible situation. All right. Thank you very much, Jim. So now